Okay. Hello. Hello. Alright, probably gonna do a short little stream today. But I wanted to try out this new little thing here. A new chat thing. Well, it's same. I use Stream Ninja for chats. But I just downloaded. I just found out they have a standalone version. So I'm gonna try that out and see if that works. So a short little stream today for that. Perhaps. Mayhaps. Test please. Test please. Okay. Test please. YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts is not showing up. Okay. Test please. YouTube. Okay, YouTube is not working. No live or upcoming streams found. Reload. Select live sessions. I may need to. What do I need to do here? Sign in. Oh dear. Okay. I think I did the wrong thing. Testing again. Nothing. Okay. Let's remove this. And now clear sessions. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Let's see if this works. Aha! Okay. Can we close those? Yeah, we'll do auto activate on all of that. Okay. Hello, Strix. Hello. Alright, testing on new chat thing. Test YouTube horizontal. There it is. Oh my god, that's so small in my OBS doc. Okay, we can deal with that for the time being. Test please YouTube Shorts. Test please YouTube. Okay, cool. We are good to go now. We fixed it. We fixed it. I think that's a very apt usage of that soundbite. Okay, yeah. My OBS doc it's fucking like, what is this? A chat window for ants? Hi, quick question. Yes, Hazanowski. Yes, in the back. Hazanowski, you have a question? Isn't it against Twitch TOS? I mean, the Twitch TOS is like super contradictory and vague about it. Only one, like, people do it. Posting comments from other platforms. Yeah, I get what you mean. Multi-chat. Merged multi-chat. It's weird because, like, they say that, like, you can't do, like, one of the first things in that TOS is, like, you shouldn't do anything that, you know, it's against terms of service to do anything that creates an inferior experience for Twitch. And it's like, okay, if I can show merged chats on other platforms and not on Twitch, That is an inferior experience for Twitch viewers, right? That is. But then they also specifically call out merged chats. It's like, okay, that's super contradictory, right? No one's ever gotten banned for it, and I don't think they give a shit about a fucking 10 viewer Andy like me. I don't think they care. And also, what does merged chats mean? Right? They say merged chat, so that to me means in a single feed like I have it, but like I know, for instance, like Prismatica puts them in 2 separate feeds right next to each other. Is that fine? You know, what's the difference, right? What's the difference? And Nutty, if you're familiar with the content creator Nutty, I've watched some of his videos to help get me set up with stream. He's got a lot of like streamer setup type videos, and he's got his own like streamer bot and stuff like that. He has gotten banned for multi-streaming guidelines, but they didn't tell him which ones. But the last stream he was doing when he got banned was he was working on TikTok integration for his like streamer bot thing. And he was telling people to donate to him on Twitch, or not Twitch, sorry, TikTok, to test the plugin, to test the alerts and stuff. So I think that's why he got in trouble for that, and that's why he got banned for that. That's my take on it. And I swear I've seen larger streamers combine chats, and it's been fine. Like I've seen many streamers combine chats, and it's fine. And my defense is, yeah, that would create a. Yeah, I'd expect that. But yeah, like that one makes sense, right? Like you can't explicitly tell people to go to other platforms. That makes sense for any platform, right? That makes sense. That's a totally expected, you know, terms of service. And I would think most platforms should have something like that, you know. The reason I tackled that is we plan to run some streamings as JetBrains folks with our content. As JetBrains folks with our content about plugin development stuff. Then nice, right? We want to stream, yeah. Wait, so you're with JetBrains? Or like, are you a part of JetBrains, or are you just trying to stream with? Elaborate, please and thank you. Sorry about the off topic. No worries. No, I mean it was very on topic actually. You are far more on topic than most of my YouTube Shorts chatters. Infation, welcome in. What's on the menu today? Primarily, it was for me to test out my new chat application. I used Stream Ninja for chat, and the first way they had it is a browser extension, but you need to have the chats and pop-out windows, which is super annoying to set up every stream. I have to pop out all 3 of my streams chat windows to get that to work. And they came out with like a standalone application that doesn't require that, so I'm testing that out today. And so far it's working. My chats are very tiny in OBS though. I will need to. Oh, I can scroll. Oh, okay, never mind. Problem solved. Oh, that scrolls all of it. Oh, interesting. That's cool. That's probably a good middle ground. Yup, I stopped by back in the day because you use Rider, so you grabbed my. Oh hell yeah, dude! I love Rider. Thank you for making Rider. If you're involved with it, it is a million times better than Visual Studio, and I wish I had started it sooner. And I'm an evangelist for Rider ever since I started using it. So whenever people come in and ask, I say you should get Rider. And I pay for it. I'm a paid. I would like JetBrains to continue making things. So I pay for it. Yeah, thank you guys. But yeah, gonna be a little bit shorter stream today because I started later. But I think I went ahead and mucked up my animation system again and trying to figure out some stuff. So I gotta go back through and kind of fix it. So I think that's what we're doing. I did get some like two-handed animations here. So yeah, need to get those in. Some of those are messed up, as you can see. As you can see, things are messed up. And where do I need to start here? Let's go to the attach. Yeah, so I finally got these, my animator put specific sockets in the skeleton, so now I gotta, like, make sure everything works there. I like that I put this in my game mode. It's very nice, very easy. And then what is this, test human? Yeah, we don't need the test humans or anything like that. Okay, I think I should... Yeah, I retargeted all the animations to make them look better. I say as a... Yeah, that's perfect. This is, you may not like it, but this is what the peak male performance looks like. I wonder if that actually, like, works. It's just like the preview or not. Okay, we may need to remake that one. Although these looks, let's see here. Yeah, it's the stand pose here. So this is what we're gonna need to go through and fix for all these. A human male stand pose. I imagine we're gonna need that one a lot. I'm just gonna copy that. There we go. That was look down, so we need to look forward as well. Hazanowski, do you have any info on the AI plugin? I have been... So there's AI chat, which is different. And then there's, what is it, Junie? Yeah, then there's Junie. It seems like Junie is what is to be used moving forward. This, I think, was like one of the first things that came out. I remember trying it out and being underwhelmed by it, and then I stuck with Copilot. But how's Junie looking? It does seem to have better editor integration, so it has been in my mind that I need to try that out a little bit more. And maybe even try out the autocompletes, which is mostly what I use for AI. I just want fast and good autocompletes. If I can just have all my resources into that, I will ditch vibe coding altogether. And one thing I notice about these, like the vibe coding and stuff, like I use it for work. Unfortunately, I don't get to use JetBrains for work. But the AI vibe, like the prompt flow, like they don't understand, the model doesn't understand what the editor understands, you know? Like it doesn't understand where the red squigglies are. It doesn't understand what types, what the parameter types and stuff are. And so I always think that, like, if the AI just had the same information as the editor in like a more seamless way than it is now, because I know that they can like run the, you know, like the agents can run the compiler and, you know, read the output from that. But it would be nice whenever the AI is doing, or the agents are doing like the edit mode and they're actually like, you know, injecting code, that they could actually like understand the types of the functions and parameters and stuff and where all the red squigglies are. There's got to be some way to make that a bit more seamless than it is now. Because I've noticed, like, whenever I try to vibe code, like, it'll straight up just put, like, wrong types and stuff in there. I'm just like, dude, this is simple. Like, this is simple stuff here. So I think something like that would be cool. I have no idea how that would work, though. It's just shower thoughts. Okay, so we need to go through here and figure out all of the like reference pose stuff. Lean. This is the one where he's just gyrating. Okay. Lean pose. Save. Lean pose. Okay, now do the air leans? They do. They have the fall. They do have the fall. I can type reference pose. Unreal Engine really starts chugging when you have a bunch of like, I get now why they have the anim windows like by default open in the same window. Because it's like the Unreal Engine is rendering all of these skeletal meshes, you know? It really starts chugging. Are you saying AI isn't that advanced right now? Especially for game development? No, not necessarily. Although I think it definitely could be more advanced. I'm saying that like it doesn't feel like it doesn't integrate with the code. Like the information that the AI has is not the same as the information that the editor, your coding editor, has. Like your coding editor has, you know, something like JetBrains. I know they cache a lot of stuff, and so like JetBrains, a JetBrains editor has information on all of the functions that are available on a given object. They have information on what parameters those functions have, all the types, you know, class types, all that stuff. And so that's what allows the non-AI auto-completions to be really high quality and the code generation to be really high quality in a JetBrains editor. It's because they do that kind of stuff. And so I was just pontificating upon the fact that like, if that could get kind of closer together to where, you know, JetBrains or whatever your coding editor is can, in a more seamless way, feed that type information to the AI model when you're like prompting and stuff, it would probably produce higher quality results. Because I've noticed when I do try to vibe code, which is not very often, it'll like the model will just straight up try to put functions on things that don't exist. You know, it'll try to call functions that don't exist. It'll try to put pass a parameter into a function that's the completely wrong type, you know. And the game will be a featured customized character like Skyrim. Somewhat, yeah. Somewhat. But that's pretty far down the road. Oh my god, all of these have... I don't know if I care about these, like, these additive ones here. Although I think the bow poses I do need to care about. Although that's not additive, okay. Me doing my lower back exercises. Hey, dude. Hey, your lower back and my lower back are the same. Mine has... Father Time has taken its toll. We'll just say that. Oh, Shawnee, let me show you what I mean. We also have a JetBrains folk in here, so this is perfect evangelism here. Let me show you what I meant by live templates. So here's the effect. Here's the effect. Let me go to an actual class here. Okay, so a live template is like this thing. If I type 4, you see how like I have these options here? Like if I click 4, it'll generate a for loop for me. And it'll let me like change this to like index, and then I can go like thing, thung, thing, dot, thumb. And of course, it selected something else. Perfect. But anyways, I set up my own version of that for the log. So I just type in UEL. Go away. Go away. Bad. But I type in UEL, and it automatically like populates all this stuff, and it'll pick the class name and the function name, and it'll automatically pass in the get name too, because most frequently I want to like log the name of the thing that I'm within. Yeah, and check this out. For R, reverse for loop. And for each, range base 4. Those are the most common ones I use. There's some other ones. But yeah, the UEL is the, I need to make one for my ECS, but like UEL, it's right there, enter, boom. And you can set this up. Get your screenshot button ready. Live templates, C++. You will need to add a new one. They have their own, I guess they have their own UE log. But I made one even shorter. UEL. Okay, so screenshot this screen right here. Yoink this. Shortcut. I think you'll need to edit variables. So class name, func name. You'll need to change the macro. Containing type name. Func name is containing type member name. And there's a whole bunch of things you can use. And this is what I mean by like JetBrains has like so much information about what is on screen that would be really nice for an AI to have. Like you can grab all that stuff automatically, and then those are variables in here. So you can do class name, func name, you know, copy pasta that, and then you can get that. So yeah, yoink away, my good fellow. Some autocomplete rain dance. Yeah, you don't have to perform a ritual and pray to the AI slop machine. So I was gonna say slot machine, but slop just kind of Freudian slipped out there. I have no idea which one of the... Okay, here we go. Stand pose. Crouch turn. 180 left. Okay, so the crouch turns are good. Crouch, walk backwards. Are you good? Okay, you're good. Walk forward. Human male walk pose. Okay, you're not additive. Good. Walk right forward. Crouch to stand. Death? No, that one's not going to be it. PC parts are really expensive now. Should big studios focus more on optimization? Should games be optimized? This hot take question. More at 5. I mean, yeah, games should be more optimized, but some games aren't going for that. Some games are trying to be next gen. So it's kind of up to them as to what they want to go for. Essentially, I have to go through and find all the additive animations that I care about. Yes. And pose. I don't know if there may be an easier way to do this. Non-additive, so that one won't have it, right? Yeah. Jump loop. Jump run right. Land heavy. And yes, there is an additive version. Okay, do the lean with it, rock with it. Yeah, those all need to change. Those all need to change. Did you participate in any game jams during your college days? I never have done a game jam. Nor did I go to college for very long. No. I dropped out of college. No. These are poses. Okay, so wait a second. Lean pose, lean right. Okay. checkpoint save there. Oh, that one's already... I already did that one. I already did the look ones. Yeah, there's going to be no M4 carbine in my game, so we don't have to worry about those. Should I drop out of high school, bro? My future don't even require it. Well, your grammar does, and your grammar sucks, so you should stay. And maybe pay a little bit closer attention as well. Oh my god. He's freaking out, man. Okay, we're getting close to the end here, I promise. Rotates are good. Well, this ain't a letter. It ain't not a letter, okay? You understand me? Barely, yeah. Let's check some of these, spot check on these. Did I drop out of college to focus on game dev? No, I just ended up getting a job. I'm a software engineer, not a game dev. I just do this as a hobby. Run right pose. Okay, good there. Sitting idle. Sitting idle ground. God, the number of anims that are required for like a locomotion system are disgusting. It's just, bro, I have so much potential. I think usually people with potential don't have to claim that they have potential. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Stand, transition, lift. Okay, already got that one. C++ or visual scripting, question mark. Are you asking which one I prefer or what I'm using? The YouTube Shorts grammar needs a little bit of improvement, I'll be honest with you guys. I think it's C++. This I do use C++. This, what we're looking at now, is not C++. I do prefer C++ over blueprints. I mostly use C++, although I do use a little bit of both. I do use a little bit of blueprints for some things. And the game I am creating is an RPG Colony Sim Roguelite with procedural, destructible terrain. What about, wait, did I get the stop ones? Stop right, stop left. Okay, yeah, I got those. Turn. Okay, I think we fixed all of the additive anims here. Okay, so let's close other tabs. I like your content, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That's not exactly what I would call correct. Time to start debugging. Okay, so locomotion just already out the gate incorrect. Okay, so we're just like by default rotated wrong. Looks like you made some serious progress with the animations. Well, at the end of the stream yesterday, it was working. I got it finished. But then I had to retarget the anims again. because the neck was messed up. So now it's broken again. Now the animals just aren't playing at all, which is interesting. And this is supposed to be idle. I have an absolutely full coffee here that I haven't touched. That's amazing. It's very exciting. I don't know, nothing fills me more with hope than a full cup of coffee. You know what I mean? Like, the world has gone to shit. The future is bleak. AI is taking all of our jobs. But I have a full cup of coffee, so the day is good. So this is playing correctly on this guy. Let me look at the test. Human male idle. Play human male idle. I don't know if that's the non-additive one or not. Been pretty cool watching your progress these past few months with this project. Congratulations. Thank you, man. Seek word of Swaggerina. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. My chats are disappearing in my OBS doc. That's something else I'll need to fix. Is there a way I can, like... Okay, it's like I need two separate settings. I don't want them to go away on the OBS doc. I only want them to go away on the screen. Start beeping when there's a new message. Yeah, no thank you. No thank you. Okay, something else to fix later. Yeah, but this guy's playing correctly. So let me do the human male idle additive version. And he's just disappeared because that, I guess you just can't do that. I guess that makes sense. I guess that makes sense. Let me check my race data here. I hate that I can't search here. I would love a search box here. I'm about to build my own plugin. About to vibe code a data table plugin. Yeah, so just idle is the non-additive version. Okay, so this is confusing to me because it's just like, it's already just wrong out the gate here. Let me find the skeleton. Oh, am I using a different skeleton for this guy? Let me check. No, that's the same skeleton. Oh. Wait, so this animation blueprint is using the SK mannequin. If I switched the skeleton on that. Does that mess it up? Dude, Unreal Engine, like... I'll need to restart it eventually because of how many skeletons it's like not cleaning up or something. Hey, it's upside down, man. Yeah, it's incorrect. Trying to figure out why, because I'm just like playing the same... Just doing the same thing here. Also, his arms seem like that, like they're not supposed to be there either. Supposed to be much closer. Oh, wait a second. Okay, now it's correct there. Okay. Is that right? No, it's not. Okay, it just didn't update. I hate that that does that. That's so misleading. That's so misleading. Now, what if I just... A human male... Oh, I know. I'm an idiot. I know what the answer is. I know what the answer is. I changed the race on my character to the ALS character. I was trying to play all of the ALS animations, which are not going to work. There it is. There it is. Okay. Beautiful. Let me clean up that test axe that I was using. Go away. You can go away as well. Okay. May add some new, some more equipment in the game here as well. Just for testies, you know? Testies. Oh. Then I need to grab my latest my weapons that have fixed orientations to them. Yeah, download that. Okay, let's get these imported. Weapons, where are my weapon meshes? There we go. Just delete all of them. Yeah, force delete. It's fine. Yeah, rebuild navigation. Make sure you rebuild navigation as well. Yeah, that's very good. Thank you. Thank you, Unreal Engine. Import static mesh. Okay. Save. And I will need to get their materials lined back up. But I don't want to go track all those down right now. No smoothing group information was found. Okay, I don't think I care about that. I don't think I care. Okay, we may need to change the weapon actors and stuff too. So like Mace one-hand actor. Right now they're all actors. I think they imported as SK. Yeah, which is not, they're not exactly an SK. Okay, there we go. Uh-oh. Oh no, what are my fingers doing? Oh, his poor... No. Oh, no. Do I need to retarget all the anims again? Oh, I need to turn off, like, the metacarpal thingos. I think. Also that, yeah. Oh, no. I gotta retarget him again. Oh, no. I did that to fix the neck movement. But then I think I fucked up the fingers. Yeah. That looks a little painful. Oh, Jesus Christ, that looks painful. My dude has carpal tunnel like a motherfucker. Okay. I need to edit the retargeter that I have. Okay. God damn it. I hate retargeting the animations, man. It takes so long. It just freezes the editor for so long. Where do I need? Here we go. Okay, so we need to play use specific anim, crouch, turn 180 or something. So you see his neck is like all fucksy wucksy there. I think his... Yeah, so on here I've cleared all the metacarpals, so those are probably good. Let me open up the IK rig here. I think the neck chain needs to be different. So it was neck 01 to neck 02. And then let me open the ALS IK rig as well. So do you have a neck? Do you even have a neck chain? Neck. Or chains. You don't even have a neck. Yours is just head to neck 01 to head. Okay, that's probably where I went wrong. So head, neck 01. Save. Okay, now his head. Does his head look better? Hang on, slow that down. Jamie, pull that up. Okay. Yeah, that was it. That fucked up his head, for sure. Do I need a neck chain, though? What is this one? I think I modeled it off of this one. Do they have a neck here? No. Okay, so no, I don't need a neck chain. Okay, this will work now, though. I hope. And then it was like, let me make sure the walk, run, or whatever it was works as well. Human male run forward. Onward. Yeah, that's slightly wrong. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't know what's going on with the green lines, but the anim looks fine. This LOTR playing in the background. Yeah, Riders of Rohan. Okay, so I gotta retarget all the fucking animations. Oh my god, I hate it. Oh, I hate it. Okay. So close. And let me restart the editor before I do this. Yeah, save everything. Go ahead and download the latest writer version as well. Ah, the proverbial, the prophecy has been foretold. Odd Oculus has risen again from his slumber. He is now Odd Oculus the Darken. What's up, buddy? How you doing? How was the stream yesterday? I think I was hanging out for most of it. Albeit, I think I was letting you slip into me. Sorry, my subconscious. Yeah. Yeah, everyone loves a nice little morning drawing. And with a 80% full coffee, still lots of hope left in the day. Yeah, Odd, I think we're in similar spots in our projects now, though, because like you were doing a bunch of modular character stuff, which is what I'm doing as well. I actually commissioned an artist, a modeler, and an animator that are doing some work here. So I'm like basically, I've been going through the ALS C++ community refactored plugin and like basically making it modular to where I can have this database of, because I want different anims for different races, you know, very much like WoW, as I'm sure you know. That to me, that gives it so much. There's so much to that, having distinct animations for each race. And so I kind of built this little database where I can plug in every single fucking animation that exists in the ALS system. And I need to retarget them to the human male that I have. And plug them all back into the... Like, I'm now, like, dynamically binding to all of the little nodes here. So, like, these used to be just, like, static, you know, play the crouch idle sequence. But now I've, like, wired them up to these animations, which, of course, exist in the ECS, of course. And, yeah, all modular and stuff. Oh, let me maybe show... Also, I've gotten rid of almost all of my actor components. No more components for me. Yeah, so here's where I do that. I was mentioning the skeletal mesh merge there. This is where I do that. So I just kind of have a little function that goes through the equipment set. And then also I have another data table for like the base meshes for each race. Base mesh data. Which are these, like, you know, little modular undies and whatnot. And merges them all together and stuff. But I just realized my anims, I've messed up the retargeter on the anims. So my fingers are all messed up. Although it looks fine, idle. Idle looks fine. And then here's my female. She's a little busted. I could probably get a better human female. She's a little busted. I don't have a full human female. I do not. She just needs to not play an anim. Basically. The anims are messing her up. There you go. There's my female character. Take your hat off. And then this is just like my test thing, so this was doing the same thing you were doing. So just to test them out, I have this. The leader pose, Uzi what's it? I don't know, you may run into this, but like you'll want to also make sure, like, when I was setting them visible and invisible, you may want to also have always tick pose and refresh bounds. Just a little tip there. Just laying down, contemplating the realities of colony life. Yeah, I'm excited to do some more work on that. Yeah, there she is. There she is. And let me show some, I got some base sets here for that are incoming, in progress work here. Let me show here. Yeah, let's download that. I'm excited to get these look sick. I like the ropes here. So these are in progress. This is the cloth set. That'll be sick. Nice long cape and everything. What programs are you using? I recognize Sublime, but that's about it. I don't know what you think Sublime is Sublime, but I'm not using that at all. I don't have that installed. Unreal Engine and Rider, primarily, are what I use. What is it you're creating, or is this a game? This is a game, yeah. RPG Colony Sim Roguelite with procedural destructible terrain is what I am creating. I'm just kind of showing off some of the Some of the work in progress. Models. Then we have the... I have a male set in progress as well. Here's the... thought that was your text editor. Did I open a text editor? This? Yeah, here's the male set. Or one of the male sets. Of course, the dude is absolutely shredded. But yeah, that's all incoming. And then we've got some animations in already as well. We've got some animations in. I have a few attack animations and some combat idles. Then all the locomotion is going to stay ALS for now until I have monies. I have monies. So here's like a one hand. Let me get a weapon in his hand here. Add preview asset. A little sword there. There's one attack in him. Had the stock ALS character since I can remember. Yeah. I finally got to the point in the project where it's like, okay, I need to figure out what the fuck the pipeline is, the workflow is, what I need to account for with modular characters. And I got the ECS system working with it as well. So like, maybe I can show that too. Like, I don't know, spawn like 5 or something, I don't know. But like those guys, they don't have any weapons, so they can't do any. That's funny, they can't do anything. But these guys are modular too. Oh, their weapons just aren't attached properly because I changed it. Okay, that's fine. Ignore the glitchy black boxes. But these guys are modular too, so I can have modular vertex animated entities, which is pretty huge. Pretty huge. So I'm planning to bake the skeletal meshes at runtime into static meshes to vertex animate. I'll need to also bake the animation data into runtime virtual textures at runtime as well. But right now, each modular piece is a separate static mesh. It gets baked into a separate static mesh. And then the static meshes are vertex animated separately. So it's not like the most efficient as it could be. Still much more efficient than a skeletal mesh animation. Character artist and animator working together or contracted separately? Both. They are contracted separately, but we've done some collaboration as well. We kind of had to figure out the pipeline. There was a lot of like, so I was trying to do blend spaces at first. And like one of the big points of like, I still kind of have a point of concern about it, but like I need essentially separate meshes for human, female, and male, right? And maybe do I still have one of the... I still have one of the ones with the blend space. Thank you for the follow, my man. Welcome in. Yeah, I did have them imported with morph targets to where the male version could morph target into the female version. But apparently when you do that, you can't animate them because the skin weights on the skeletal mesh have changed the skeleton bone proportions. And so when you animate it, it's just incorrect. So you have to have them as separate skeletal meshes because the skeletal mesh is what contains that proportion information. I have an idea on how to get around that potentially. I think I can, if the vertex IDs are all the same in each of the meshes, I could just have like a base female, which would just be like the naked female, chest or something like that. I can copy the skin weights from that, paste it onto the morph targeted male chest, and then I won't need to have a separate skeletal mesh for each race, for each gender, for each piece of armor, which is going to be thousands, right? That's going to be thousands of skeletal meshes and an absolute nightmare to organize, as I think you were finding out yesterday. Because, cloth, leather, mail, plate, that's 4. 8 races times 2 genders. 16 times 4 is what? 64? And then there's like 10 pieces of gear, so that's 640 for one piece of gear for each set, for each race, for each gender. That's what I would call a fucking lot. So I don't have the morph targeted version in here, but it was cool. There's a little slider, and this would basically just morph right into the female version of it, which is pretty cool. Something happened when I changed it to nanite to where it got kind of pixely here. May want to re-import that. Yeah, hoping to do that. See, hopefully see some improvements there. Something I still need to look into. Yeah, we're getting some of these animations in, so I've been needing to go through my animation system, right? And I think I might be playing. I'm like this is a 1.0 speed. I think I might play them at 0.75 normally, right? Like that's like an auto swing, right? And then maybe for like an ability, because I want the combat to feel super responsive. Like if you press an ability, you know, like Mortal Strike, it does like a quick one, you know, to make it really feel like you're the one doing it, right? Because I kind of hate like the Dark Souls-y type combat where it's like you press a button and you essentially watch a movie in the form of an animation. Like I don't. You know, like those games look amazing, like Wukong, you know, all those like Souls-like games look amazing. But the combat to me is always like press a button and then watch the character do something for several seconds. That doesn't make me feel like I'm playing the character, right? Like it's like I want each piece of that combo to be a button that I press, you know? Because that makes the character feel like an extension of me. That's kind of what I wanted to go for. So I was saying, yeah, we need these to be super quick. And he made them very quick. Made them very quick. Press X to win, or O to lose the fight. Yeah, maybe God of War. Maybe God of War. There's a two-handed animation. One of them. He's gonna work on casting next, which I'm excited to get. You know, get rid of all the WoW anims. Yeah, I think 0.75 actually looks pretty good here. Maybe like 0.8. That feels like WoW, you know? That feels like a typical WoW swing. Which is good. Exactly what I'm going for. So yeah, gotta get all these in. Gotta get all these in. Okay. So yeah, I need to retarget all that shit, which is gonna be really annoying. I might save that. Might save that. For once the stream ends here. I need to go fix all my weapons. And potentially change that system. I think I want to change away from actors. Like I used actors for my weapons. For the dynamic tree chopping, right? So here's my axe. And you can see I have these like wedges on here. This is how I chop the trees. And so whenever this smaller wedge connects with the tree, it subtracts the larger wedge out of it. But for colonists to chop a tree, I don't want to have to spawn an axe actor, every time they take a swing at a tree, you know what I mean? So I'm going to have to do this with math, facts, and logic, which are my worst enemy. So I'm thinking I don't have a reason for weapon actors anymore, and I might just use static mesh component on the character. But for now, we need to change these, and this is going to look so weird because it's not going to be oriented correctly. We need to change those like that. And now it's in my hand properly there too. And I don't have... Oh, is the two-handed weapon swing not working? Is the one-handed working? No, it's not. Okay, so we need to debug that. Need to debug that. Just give me... Also, stop that. Give me the... Just one entity there. Thank you. Dude, it's like whenever you open up a bunch of animation windows, the editor just grinds to a halt eventually. Eventually. Where was my... Oh, it's right here. Okay. Put that right there. Okay, let's take a peek. Why are... Why are you like this? What is happening here? That is not the preview window that I was imagining. Hello? I'm gonna close and reopen that. Close and reopen that. Okay, now that seems fine. Okay, cool. Okay. But what's the deal here? What's the deal with this airplane food, huh? Let me just watch. So it seems like we never get out of here, huh? This requires... Moxie, sit. No. I think the trash is being collected outside, so my dogs are trying to prevent that from happening. 1 second. Yes, no one hearken this doorstep. No UPS package deliveries or trash pickups, nay. Okay, so we're like stuck in what, this state, it seems? I did have let me make sure. I did have these ones working yesterday, so let's figure out what's going on here. It spawns a new one. Okay, let's take a peek here. I can't see a goddamn thing. I can't see a goddamn thing. Okay, so no, it doesn't seem like anything is changing in here. Okay, let me open the main blueprint. Okay, so it's coming from locomotion somewhere, this little jitterbug. And then this does not seem to be... Oh, did I re-import those? Do I need to add I think I need to add the curves. That may be it. No, it's got the curves. I do need to grab all those for the two-handed ones, though, I'm pretty sure. Let me just check all of them. Okay, that's got curves. This does not. Add those. Add those. Add those. Okay, so the curves were not the answer. Am I getting the event? I am not getting the event. I think I messed up. I had to change my get next to weapon swing function. I think I messed this guy up. Melee auto attack, yeah. I think it just ends the ability or something. Null pointer, yes. Ah, yes, of course. Well, of course. How could I be so foolish? It's quite simple, really. Quite simple, really. Oh, the animation overrides. I need to clear all those out, I think. And I should also rename those. Yeah, let's go ahead and rename those. Main hand animation overrides. Because I want the weapon to, like, I want like a base set of animations for main hand, offhand, two hand. But then, you know, if there's this kind of special weapon, I want the weapon to be able to kind of override which animations should play. And specifically for like blunt weapons, like I'll have a stab animation. That doesn't make sense to use with a blunt weapon, right? So we'll want to override there. Let's go ahead and rebuild there. Oh, I see. I made a flaw in my logic here as well. I made a flaw in the logic here as well. Animations. Animation overrides. So yeah, if we find animation overrides, we can just initialize this to, yeah, the animation data actually. Yeah, so initialize that to the animation data, which we'll want to check out this as well. Do the same thing. AI auto-completes, yay. Okay, so yeah, so we have our base animations. If we find animation overrides, which it's a T map, right? Yeah, it's a T map that contains a race, so I could have overrides for different races. Bound race anims, anim override. If it's greater than one, we'll override it. If there is some in there. Otherwise. Okay, yeah, that looks good. That looks a lot better now. So yeah, the ability was just ending. The ability was just ending. Is there anything specific in the weapon that I would need to change for the static mesh component version? Yeah, I mean, I guess this is where I'm spawning the actor, so right here, change that. Attach to component. It wouldn't be too different, I suppose. Although this seems sus. This seems sus. I don't think I need to do that anymore. Okay. Okie dokie. My god, 421 textures. 134 animation sequences. 153 static meshes. It ain't right. Oh nice, there we go. Yeah, there's our combat. Some of those ain't working. Do you have... Okay, all of your animations are cleared. All of your animations are cleared. Let me do a log here. ECS log? Yeah, let's do an ECS log. ECS vlog. My ability system log. No swing anim. Perfect. Do I need to get name on here? I don't think so. No swing anim. Should I log the slot held in? Eh. Eh. So we have one. It also should have been an error. Endability. Okay, let's run that back. I think the anim queue got messed up then. Show me my anim queue. I gotta look at that closer, so hang on. Stop. Also, don't spawn an entity. That's just making the logs a little bit more confusing. Okay, and then I only want ability system logs. So disable all but that. Okay, so we have started there. So swing once. That looks good. Let me see what that looks like. Activating ability, toggle auto attack. Melee, activating melee auto attack. End ability, melee auto attack. I mean, maybe animation, the animation stuff would be good to know as well. Add it to queue, no current anim, starting next anim. Okay. Okay, so then that happened. Activating ability, toggle auto attack. Activating ability, melee auto attack. Add ability to queue. 0 in queue currently. No current anim. Starting next anim. Process next in queue. Trigger anim event. Event tag melee. Okay, so we're not hitting that part. I see that it's one hand 03. The anim is one-handed 03. We triggered it. Takes less than a second to finish. My only thought is that didn't actually make it to the animation blueprint correctly. Although I do see the 03 here. Melee anim triggered. It looks no different. Is it? Let's see if it's always anim 03 or not. Okay. I think, yeah, it's always anim 03. Did I not copy over the... I didn't. Wait, did that not save? The curves weren't there, that's why. Did that not save? What is it with Unreal Engine and fucking saving, dude? Like, what the hell? Retail Rat, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome in. I don't know why Unreal Engine is just like... doesn't want to save shit. That's fucking why. Now I should do a stab with this. There we go. Stab him with the... yeah, stab him with the... I guess a stab with a spiky mace wouldn't be a bad move. Yeah, stab him with the two-handed weapon there. Oh, I guess that needs to be... we need to add that logic, right? For the two-hand. Because before they were all just in the main hand attack things. But now they're going to be... now they're like stored separately. Sold separately. What do I want to do? I guess I need to check if the equipment slot is two-hand. Logic's gonna get a little froggy, just because I'm not gonna have a separate set of two-hand overrides, because that's just gonna be the same as main hand or offhand. Should it be separate? What am I gonna have, like a Titan's grip? Am I gonna have a Titan's grip? Or versatile weapons, like in Baldur's Gate, where you can hold them in one hand or two hand. Yeah, let's do a separate. We'll do a separate stack of two-handed overrides. Okay, let's write some functions down here. This is going to be T-array of T-object pointer. Well, we can just do raw pointer here of anim sequence. This is going to be my weapon get all... no, this is going to be get animation overrides for slot. I will fix you up in a moment. Actually, let's fix you up now. Animation overrides. If equipment slot equals 2 and then we want animation overrides to equal no, 2 hand animation overrides. Is that not right? Oh, because it's const. Oh, because this is a const function. Okay, so copy it. Fine, copy them. If you must. If found race anims. No, just anim overrides. Just return Found race anim's anim override, right? Why does the create declaration not work here? All right, then keep your secrets. Keep your secrets. Okay, I need another one of those. But get animation overrides for slots. Get animation. I'll say get racial animations. It feels weird to call things racial in the game. It feels weird. But it is what it is. Yeah, so I have to grab the animation data. I'm renaming body A to male, don't worry. Oh, you're gonna be unwoke. No body type 1, body type 2. You know, you could just fuck with people and just like call it male and female, but then flip them just to fuck with people. Dude, have you seen the people getting mad that you can like choose pronouns in a game? Like, are you, dude? Oh my god! Like, where did these people get this energy to be mad at that shit? You're like, so it's way too fucking woke. You can choose they them pronoun, dude. Oh my god, bro! Like, get a hobby, man. I also think the other side of that is annoying too. It's like, oh, you're calling it male and female. I mean, yeah, they're. You could call it masculine and feminine. Like, that would probably be fine, too. Just like, goddamn, man. People... You need to touch grass. Let's actually write code instead of complain about society. My code will save society. Or doom it. I don't know. I don't know which one. I haven't decided. People are easily offended and all that outrage gets comments, likes. Yeah, I mean, I think you were mentioning it yesterday. Like, rage gets clicks, yeah. I mean, I'm curious as to like how much of that rage is actually real. Because I mean, the dead internet theory is like, I think I read something that said like the internet is now over 50% bots, like the traffic. Or like cross that threshold in like 2024 or something like that. So yeah, I really want to know, like, especially reading Reddit, like there's got to be so many psyops happening from like different countries and shit like that. Russian bots, Chinese bots, Israeli bots, fucking US bots, you know. So it's like, how much of this outrage is real, you know, and how much of it is just people or, you know, countries or organizations trying to influence you to also be outraged just by proxy of reading them, you know? But don't let that distract you from the Epstein files. Anyways, animations. I think we just return animations here. One's a bit simpler. And if he works a lot with marketing, he's constantly talking about how much bot traffic there is. Yeah, dude. I remember when I hosted like my first website back in the day, and it was like, you know, it was like for like tech support and like computer repair when I was in like high school. And like there were like Russian and Chinese IPs hitting my site every day. And I'm like, dude, what? Like, it's just a small ass site. It's crazy. And that was back in like I was back in like 2013. I can't imagine what it's like now. But yeah, man, there's gonna be a quite a divide, I think, in the future, and the divide is gonna be between people who are terminally online and people who are not. Maybe that's already happening. Okay. Just call this animations. No, that's not what you should have done. Okay. Okay, let's run that back. All this outrage online, you know, on both sides of the spectrum. And then you go outside and everything's fine. Like, wow. They'd have me believe that the world is burning to a crisp right now. In terms of like, not in terms of climate change, but in terms of like, the world is fucked up. It's like, really? I go to the grocery store and yeah, it's kind of expensive, but that's the worst I see. Now, I just happen to live in a low-cost area, so I think I'm a bit more lucky than other folks. Okay, let's see if we can... Okay, let's see if we can swing a two-handed weapon now. That is the one-handed weapon swing. Woody Wood Axe is a two-handed weapon. Oh, the slot attached to... Oh, I never get, like, what the actual equip slot is. Oh, okay. Okay, so so slot held in is not necessarily... Shit, okay. It's more so like socket. It's in the main hand socket. Also, I need to add in the two-handed combat idol as well. Yeah, I experienced that a lot during the identity politics that exploded about a decade ago. All this online edgelord propaganda, then IRL, most people were moderate and easygoing. Yeah, the internet, I mean, that's why I was kind of like, how much of this outrage on the internet is real? Because when I go out in public and I talk to actual people, you know, most people are, you know, they have differing opinions and differing, you know, they exist on different sides of the spectrum, but pretty moderate compared to what I see online, you know. You know, most people don't really give that much of a shit about trans women in women's sports, but also most people are like, yeah, that probably shouldn't be a thing. Am I going to vote for the president of the United States based off that? No, probably not. I mean, I guess that's me personally. I don't get why that needs to be a federal thing. Like, why if you have your daughter enrolled in a sports organization that is allowing trans women in sports, and you don't want that, don't enroll her in that organization, or tell the organization to make, like, I don't know, why is the federal government making rules about individual, like, that should be handled at the sports like the NCAA or whatever it is, the fucking Pop Warner football or whatever. Right now I'm just talking about my own opinions. What I mean to say is that most people are just like actually reasonable about things, right? With slight difference in opinions. Okay, but how do I want to get, like, if he's holding a two-hand or one hand? I could look up in the equipment. I don't know if I want these abilities to do more, though. They're nice and modular right now. And they will, like, something like melee auto attack will happen a lot as a part of the ECS entities and stuff like that. Could just have a tag. Could just check a tag. I don't want to use gameplay tags too much, though, actually. This is Unreal Engine C++ that we're looking at now. So weapon, I have weapon data here. I mean, I guess I should have the equipment data, right? Yeah, okay. No, I have this data. Yeah, okay. I just need to grab a different one. So in here, we're gonna go weapon, equipment data dot equipment slot. Right, that is, yeah, this can be two-hand, even though two-hand weapons get equipped into the main hand slot. Yeah, we want that one. Yes, the dual wield weapon speed bonus. Okay, so I think that should do it. Let me check. There were some other places I used this. I think it was in the ranged weapon ability. Yeah, so that one, for ranged ability, I might just pass in. Am I gonna have dual wielding ranged weapons? I was planning on reusing the main hand and offhand animation overrides for, like, bow draw and bow fire. How do I learn to develop something like this? You type in how to learn Unreal Engine into Google, and there are plenty of community resources out there to get started. That will be better than anything I could tell you right now. I think the ranged ability is fine. Rebuild that. Heard you can just vibe code your way to victory these days. Guess it depends on what your definition of victory is. Welcome in, Adder. How you doing? Odd and I were just talking about body type A versus body type A, B versus male, female. Thoughts? You know, we should just put a hover tooltip on it. Instead of body type A and B, just put fuck you. You know, just put a tooltip that says fuck you. Or even like trying to find it. Or you know what, if you hover for too long, like it starts as like male or female, and if you're hovering too long, then it changes to fuck you. Like a little middle finger emoji. That'll get them. That'll really get them riled up. Give them something to talk about. I bet that's actually not a bad marketing like scheme either. You know what I mean? Like this game tells you to fuck off whenever if you look at the body type option tooltip for too long. There we go. Now we're playing two-handed animations. There we go. Okay, switch to one-handed. Okay, I don't know. The first swing of the switch didn't play. Huh. Okay. Grays out if they hover too long. it just closes the game and tells you to go outside. Okay, so why are these not playing the first one? The first one was not playing. Does that happen on spawn too? No, on spawn it's fine. It's just after weapon swap. Okay. So do we have... Now this is still... Oh, this is overlay 3. Okay, so I think this is a new one that has spawned. Okay, so show me that as well. And then in weapon overlay, I need to see probably this. Oh, that one worked. Okay. The heck? Hello? Oh, my bags are open, that's why. Oh, now it's... Wait, what? Now it's fucking working. What the hell? Okay. You just have to wait a second? Yeah, you just... If you do... Oh, it's the weapon delay. Oh, I did that. That's my code. That's actually kind of working. Although it shouldn't be... He shouldn't fidget. Oh, I did that.
I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that. I shouldn't have said that.
I did that. That's my fault. Okay. So yeah, there's a weapon delay when you switch weapons. That's why. I was like, oh, it's only if you wait. Yeah. Although I thought I had a debuff icon for that. No? Weapon change delay applied. It was a global cooldown switching weapons. Yeah, I mean, just like in WoW, if you switch weapons, it kind of resets your auto swing. I just didn't want to facilitate players like, because like, let me back up and talk about like the auto attacks. Like, I'm not gonna have auto attacks that are constantly going, even when you're like pressing abilities. Like in WoW, they're just on a timer, right? And then numbers just pop up out of nowhere, and the animations just try to do their best to match up with what you're pressing. In my game, I kind of wanted to make sure that anytime a damage number pops up, it is as the result of something that you can see, to kind of make it feel a bit more visceral. And so when you press abilities and stuff, your auto attack is delayed. It gets pushed back in the queue, basically. And when you change weapons, I didn't want you to be able to like min-max the dual wield part, where you could swap weapons in the middle of like auto attack and stuff like that. Do they build up? Oh, like a thrash mechanic? That could be cool. They don't, but I assume that's what you're talking about. Are you aware of the thrash mechanic in WoW? It's basically where like certain mobs, like I think raptors have it a lot. Like if you miss an attack, does the next one hit harder? No, I don't have anything like that. I guess that's different though. That's a different kind of. It's not that they miss, they don't play until the ability's done. So it's not that they miss or anything. I don't even have a miss chance in the game yet. So I think I will probably. I originally wanted to do no miss chance, or like a base 0 miss chance, but I think I'm actually gonna have a miss chance. Yeah, it just hits later. But in Classic WoW, there's a thrash mechanic. Maybe in other versions of the game as well, but I think raptor mobs usually have it. And it's like if the longer they spend not auto-attacking anything, they build up these thrash stacks, which is an extra melee attack. And so like if you're playing hardcore, you need to know which mobs these are. And if you kite them for too long, like if you're a mage and you're kiting and they don't hit you, they're going to build up like 5 thrash stacks, which is going to be like 5 weapon swings all at once. And then you'll just get fucking one shot when they like get like, you know, just sniff a hair of you a little too close. Have you played Burning Crusade Anniversary already? No, I don't plan to. 3rd time around, I think. I think I'm good. And originally I didn't like the idea of like mischance because I don't like how in WoW, like the best stat is hit chance. Like, I don't like that. That's not a fun stat to get, right? It's like, oh, you need to max your hit percent before prioritizing any other stat. Like, that's the best move. I don't like that. But I think it'll work really well for my game, especially because it's going to be a roguelite where you're going to have meta progression. And so you're going to get stronger than things that are your level at some point after enough runs. And so I do need to like mischance in WoW is like you get higher mischance the more difference in level there are in between you and the mob. And then there's like 3 levels above you is where it like kind of kicks up a notch and you have an even higher mischance, higher resist chance. And that's how they make sure, I believe they did that to make sure that you were kind of fighting mobs your own level, but you could still go a little bit outside of that. And just to make sure that like you weren't like, you know, competing with mobs or something like that. I think, I don't know. But I think it might help for my game because like I said, you will get stronger. And I don't want you to just be able to, I want there to be that to be a little bit more dynamic scaling to where it's like, yeah, you're stronger and you can probably take on the mobs that are higher level than you, but it's still hard because you're gonna miss, you know. Or maybe glancing blows is a better way to do it. But also I want like mechanics like in RimWorld where like if you're in the darkness in RimWorld, you suck at shooting, like you can't hit things very well, unless you're one of the you're like a dirt mole race who can see in the dark, right? So then there's like gameplay impact there, which I think is really cool. So I want that to kind of provide some hit or miss chance as well. And if you think about like missing in WoW versus like missing in Baldur's Gate, the miss chance is a lot higher in Baldur's Gate, and it actually feels better than missing in WoW because it's higher RNG. Because you're not always like in WoW you're like expecting to hit, and when you miss you're like, oh my fucking god, come on, you know. Whereas in Baldur's Gate, you know, you throw a spell with 50% chance, first of all it tells you, and second of all you're like, okay, that missed, you know, can't be that mad at it. Miss chance in WoW was the most painful on a low level warrior. Yeah, oh yeah, where you basically had no instant cast abilities. Yeah, especially on a two-hander. Yeah, big slow two-hander. The warrior leveling in classic WoW. I do have a hardcore warrior at level 54. Dwarf Warrior Beard Lord. He's still alive. So I've been through that grind. I do like how on melee characters in WoW, the item progression feels really impactful. Adding an anim interrupt could go both ways. What do you mean by that, Adder? Yeah, engineering was crucial. Engineering saved my life multiple times. And that was a solo self-found as well. Dude, can my phone shut up? What is happening? And I tanked dungeons on that warrior too. Most of them. I was scared of Sunken Temple though. Sunken Temple is fucking scary. That's where I stopped. But dude, level 30, the 30s and 40s on a warrior, oh my god, those are peak. Sweeping strikes, you know, you charge, sweeping strikes, swap to battle stance with tactical mastery, cleave, whirlwind, mortal strike, everything's fucking dead, you know? So you have a 2-second long, two-handed with a 5 to 8 second cooldown. Or 5 to 6 second cooldown that starts on swing begin. But then you attack cancel to bring that cooldown to 3 seconds or whatever. Players realize they're going to miss or put themselves in a bad spot in combat. Yeah, okay, so I think I get what you're saying. You're saying like you have to wait 5 to 6 seconds before the swing even starts. Or like is that what you're saying? But then you attack hands and bring the cooldown to 3 seconds or whatever. Oh, like start the attack and then cancel it. So the thing that I am going to do, and the thing that I was saying this before odd, but like I want all of my attacks. Let me pull up the human, male, two-hand. So I specifically told my animator that I wanted the, and I need damage notifies for this. So let me throw in a damage notify. Like I want to deal damage, right? Like right there. So like I have basically 0.4 seconds. Basically 0.4 seconds to deal damage once this animation starts. And I was saying that like as soon as you press a button, I want as soon as possible for damage numbers to show up on the screen to make it feel really responsive and to make it feel like I am the one, you know, doing this damage. Like the character is an extension of me. When I press a button, damage happens, right? And I was kind of saying how I hated like when Dark Souls games are like super, they have these super long like ultimate ability animations where you like press your ability button and then you basically just have to watch your character perform some crazy ass combo move or something, and you just sit there for like a few seconds while that's happening. I don't like that kind of combat as much. I want to feel like I am the one doing each move in the combo, right? And so I will probably just, that cooldown will be at the end of the animation, right? Like this whole animation is a second long, 32 frames. And you know, if this is like a 3.0 weapon speed, I'll just have 2 more seconds that you wait before you do another one. Sweeping strikes whirlwind at level 36, and then mortal strike at 40. Yeah, powerful. Yeah, before another starts, basically swing cooldown as player anim resets. That's exactly what I dislike and wish I could cancel. Wait, are you saying the way I want to do it is what you dislike, or the super long, you know, Dark Soulsy combat animations? Because like, yeah, when I played Elden Ring, it just felt like no one would call the 10-second ultimate. Okay, yeah, we're on the same page then. Because it's like no one would call, like, would you call Elden Ring's combat responsive? No, you fucking wouldn't. No, you fucking wouldn't. And to me, it feels terrible. Just poke, poke, dodge, dodge, poke, dodge, dodge, poke, potion, dodge, poke, dodge. Ten-second ultimate that you get stuck in, and the enemy can wail on you while you're there. Yeah, and you can't undo the decision. That's the thing. That's why I don't like it. Yeah, it's not responsive. You lose control of your character. And to me, I think whenever you lose control of your character, even if you get like sheeped in WoW, I actually kind of think that's not good gameplay. I would rather, specifically with like CCs in WoW, I would rather have something that the player can do to counterplay, right? If you get sheeped in WoW, you can't do anything. You just gotta fucking sit there. You can't even control where the sheep goes. Like, at least with like Hex, you know, shamans have Hex, which is like a sheep, but you can control that. So that's like a little bit better, right? You can at least move the frog to be in a good position once the Hex ends, right? But you could do something like, you know, you get CC'd to where like, I don't know, like when you move, you lose stamina. So it's like, it is a CC, you can't move too much, but you can counterplay a little bit, right? You can like, okay, I'll switch to casting my ranged attacks, right? I have a few ranged attacks for this situation. I'll do that so I don't have to move, right? Or you get CC'd to where you can't deal damage to that target. Okay, well, I'll heal myself or I'll heal my allies instead. I can still play my character, but it's still a CC, right? You're still getting controlled. I prefer that a lot more when you don't lose control of your character. And, you know, like a straight up stun, you know? Definitely my least favorite part of Souls combat. MS2 is a soft cancel with a dash, which I heavily prefer. Yeah. A lot of, interesting. Oh yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that looks in Dark Souls. In a Dark Soulsy game. Yeah, you get no shit, I gotta bounce. Yeah. Because then it also feels like you feel good about, like, if you use that dash, as you're saying, and you like, you know, are you doing collision-based dash, or are you doing iframes? Are you invincible during the dash, or are you iframes? Or is it based on collision? Because like I think you actually end up feeling really good as a player if you use that dash to not get hit. Like that feels good. That feels skillful, right? I think the counterplay was that it healed you to full. Yeah, but you don't actually do anything. Like, yeah, I get that there's an upside and a downside. What I specifically mean is like, I want you to be able to play. I don't want you to have to lose. Like, if you lose complete control of your character, that's going to be a not very long CC in my game. That's going to be very short, right? Not exactly counterplay, but trade-off, I guess. Yeah. That's, yeah. I don't understand the attack speed in WoW, although all attacks are calculated once per tick. ESO does not have attack speed stat, for example. Why WoW has it? Because of auto attacks. Yeah, it's primarily for auto attacks. If ESO doesn't have auto attacks, then they wouldn't necessarily need an attack speed. Unless they factor that into the animation speed. What combat responsive look like? How to fix Elden Ring combat to your liking? I mean, exactly what I'm saying. Like, have it responsive. You know, the animations need to be faster. I know that's not what Elden Ring is going for, so it's a complete change. But like what Adder said, they have a dash that they can use to cancel their attacks. That's great. That means that I can react to what's on screen, right? Like in Elden Ring and Dark Souls, I don't feel like I'm fighting the boss. I feel like I'm fighting the game mechanics, right? Because I am now just playing basically against myself, and I have to basically be predictive instead of reactive, which to me doesn't feel that as good. Like when I see a boss like starting to swing at me, even though I've already started swinging. In Elden Ring, I can't do anything about that. I'm just like, well, gonna get hit here. With what Adder's saying, I can dash away from that. You know, that feels a lot more responsive combat-wise. Well, it makes people think in game, which makes game interesting. When you don't have such things, it becomes brainless clicker. I don't think it becomes a brainless clicker. I mean, it definitely can when there's no danger, right? If there's no danger and nothing to avoid, like if you're playing Diablo, you know, yeah, mindless clicker there. That's way too much power, right? If you make the enemies actually dangerous and you actually make shit that you have to get out of or that you have to counterplay from, like I'm not going to have a whole lot of like, my game's not going to be like super collision based attacks or like area based attacks. So it's going to be mostly on the strategic side of things. Like which abilities do I choose to use in response to what abilities they're choosing to use? The more strategic in that way and more strategic execution, less mechanical execution is what I'm going for, which is something that I think WoW's type of combat is good for. You can be damaged during the dash, but without too much reveal. There are class and skill upgrades that negate damage. Hell yeah, love that. You got to build into the invincible. Perfect. Those are some spicy meatballs right there, Adder. That's what I like about the top-down RPGs is that heavy CCs like that usually have to be aimed. Yeah, you have to skill shot them, yeah. Yeah, and the MOBAs, like, the stuns are like 1 or 2 seconds, right? At least in like League or Heroes of the Storm. And like that would be close to what I'm going for. Although I think the time to kill in like League of Legends or HOTS is a lot lower than the time to kill in something like WoW, right? You doing animation at the moment? Yeah, fixing up some animation stuff, yeah. Mostly yapping, though. Mostly yapping. The counter is being able to dodge it, yeah. And WoW, it's just tab target clicks, so no room for counterplay. I specifically want counterplay post getting hit with the CC. Right. That's because you're talking about counterplay before the CC even hits you, which I think is good as well. But like I specifically want, I mean, this all started from me saying, like, I don't want the player to lose control of their character, whether that be through animation or whether that be through some ability that has happened. And obviously there are reasons to make the player lose control of their character. You know, you can fall down, you need to stand back up real quick. You know, you can get stunned, but keeping those times that you can't control your character to a minimum is what I would be going for. Sylvanas Mind Control in HOTS is this slow-moving, medium-sized projectile. If it hits you, you walk mindlessly towards Syl, but you can sidestep it. Yeah, I want the ability to react. OG Souls is player versus attack timing. Yeah, that's exactly what I feel about it. Like, I feel like a lot of the, and if you guys ever tune into Zed Shaw's stream, he's ranted about this, and it has validated me so much, but he's like, Elden Ring actually becomes very easy when you realize that the inputs are fighting against you. Like, you have to wait for button, like the sprint is the same button as dodge, so you have to wait for button up to dodge. And I think there's actually a little built-in time to buffer time there too, to make sure that you're not sprinting or you're not holding it down, you know. And there's also, I noticed, there is input queuing, where they're like, to where if you're pressing the attack button, you know, okay, let's say you're mid dodge, you're in the middle of a dodge roll in Elden Ring, and you think, oh, he just did the 2-piece combo, there's going to be a window of attack that I can do, so I'm going to start pressing attack, so I start attacking immediately when I get out of this dodge roll. But then you realize it's actually the 3-piece combo that looks identical. So you're like, oh shit, I need to keep dodging. You're still in the first dodge. If you switch from pressing attack to pressing dodge, guess what you're gonna fucking do? You're not gonna fucking dodge again, which is absolutely fucking horrible. Absolutely fucking horrible input design. Like Dark Ages, that is like fucking Dark Ages input design. Fucking hate that. It's so bad. Like, if I should be able to change the action that my character is doing up until, at the very least, up until he starts performing that action. That and the camera is like your worst enemy as well. Still using the same lock-on system from Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. No innovation there from FromSoft, Would like to see a lot more of that. A lot more innovation there. You know, the weapon attacks are so fucking slow that the only reliable way to hit something that's moving a lot is to lock onto it. And guess what? Guess what they don't design for? The fucking camera in these dungeons. Because they specifically want you to be able to not look around corners, because that's their thing, right? They want someone to pop out from around the corner and fuck your shit up. But then you lock onto something and the camera like the corridors are so tight, the rooms are so tight, the corners suck that the camera just goes right up your ass. You know, when the guy like jumps around and then you get fucked up by everything else. And then Zed was actually saying if you tie a rubber band around, if you're play with controller and you put a rubber band around your thumbstick and then wrap it around to the handle to where the thumbstick is always pointing forward, the game gets dramatically easier. And that's because most boss attack moves are like this, to where, you know, we have this is the boss, you know, and then his attack pattern is like this. You know, it's a swing like this. So there's this like safe space right here. So if you're like, you as the player, you know, your traditional mindset is, oh, big fucking weapon swing, you know, incoming. I'm going to get out of the way. But the game gets a lot easier if you learn that, oh, it's just there's this safe space and it's right underneath the boss. Once you realize that, the game becomes very easy, is what he was saying. Now that was something I didn't pick up on when I was playing it. But these are all things that are like, this is all suffice to say, the difficulty in like Elden Ring and I assume older Dark Souls games does not come from a good place. I don't think. Like they can't, and these are Zed's words as well. They can't design difficult bosses very well. Like they don't know how to design actually difficult bosses. So they make all this shit surrounding the bosses difficult to fucking deal with. In Elden Ring, they want you to commit to your attack or action and memorize patterns. Yeah, you can still have that. I get that that's what they're going for. You can still have that. Fix all these other fucking problems. The camera, the input buffering and queuing, the inputs themselves being on on release, the attack patterns, you know, like, well, I guess this makes it easier if you realize this, but they can fix these things and still have that, you know, you have to commit, right? They can still do that. Like the number of times I rolled off the cliff because I was locked onto the boss and my guy dodged, you know, the wrong way. Very easy until devs teach boss how to change attack type, which makes them unpredictable. I think a lot of games miss this and they become easy to overplay. What was that was a long ass rant. What the hell was I working on before this? Oh, I was looking at the weapon delay. Right there. Right there, methinks. Do I only want damage to happen when he's fully extended? When he's fully erect? Or when he's like half? Because like the target might be right here, so it's like as soon as the sword touches him, we'll go right there for now, see how that feels. I like the way he holds that though, with his finger out. That's a nice touch. A nice touch. In MOBA, though, the issue is CC chains. That's the great I can't move my character 100% to 0 HP, thanks. Had a PvP trinket like ability at one point, which solved it, but it wasn't better for esports, I heard, so they canned it. Yeah, I mean, I think time to kill matters quite a bit. Because in MOBAs, it's really, like, the clashes are really quick, right? That 100% to 0 can, in a team fight, can happen over the course of a few seconds. Like, you know, 1 to 5 seconds. Whereas, like, killing someone from 100 to 0 in WoW PvP, it takes quite a bit more time. If their combat design is wrong, then what game that have a good combat system to learn from? I mean, it's not that it's like, I mean, I just said all the things that were wrong and the things that you should change. It's not necessarily that the entire combat is wrong. I don't prefer it, and I prefer something with more strategic execution and less mechanical execution. So it's just a different way to do it and think about it. So how many bugs have you seen? Yes. Next question. CC chains are a really difficult aspect to control as a designer in team-based combat. League went heavy on the CC abilities isolated to specific characters to limit the ability for teams to time a CC chain, but Dota and League were much more loose. I feel like this ended up defining metas and made people less aggressive, making mid-game slow and non-ranked matchmaking. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how little things like that lead to, you know, entire gameplay changes. Oh, and HOTS, yeah. HOTS went heavy on the CC abilities. Before varying to like HOTS 2.0, there wasn't that many hard CCs. I think Uther Stun was one of the few point-and-click CCs. Yeah, I mean, I think this is all suffice to say that, like, having the ability to, like, you can CC someone, but they can still play and do things. It's more exciting. Because, like, you're saying that, like, made people less, the more CCs there were, made people less aggressive because they could just die without any chance to counterplay. Right. So I think there's something to be said there. It became a meta because of it too. Interesting how CC can transform an otherwise mid character. Like not full stunned, but rooted. Yeah, like that's a good example. Yeah. And I think I mentioned that before to where it's like, you know, another form of that is like, you know, you get CC, like let's say that you need like stamina. Like I don't know if I'll have stamina, but let's say like in my game you can sprint and that'll use stamina. And let's just say you get hit with a CC that makes every amount of movement cost stamina. And then once you're out of stamina, you can't move. So at that point, you have a decision to make as someone getting hit by that CC, which is, I have a limited amount of movement. You know, maybe he hit me with this CC and is then going to cast a big bad AoE on top of me, you know, or right in front of me, in between me and the target that I want to attack. Do I want to run all the way through the AoE? Am I going to make it there to the other side? Or do I want to move out of the AoE? Do I want to move closer to my teammates? Do I just want to, maybe I can just stand here and maybe I should switch to a ranged ability instead of a melee ability. Maybe I should just heal myself or heal my allies instead of that. Right, so that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, rooted is a form of that as well. Where it's like you can still play your character if you're rooted. You can still like heal. You can still, you know, use some ranged attack. Yeah, exactly. CC's killed counterplay, which goes back to my comment about wanting a dash or some attack cancel. Attacks almost become a form of CC in Soulscape. CCing yourself, yeah. Congratulations.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Thank you, D. No, CC'd yourself, DJ Khaled. We'll work on that more later. Okay, we got the deal damage notifiers on those. Okay, so what I was trying to figure out was I don't have my windows, is why he was fidgeting, and he should continue the auto attack, right? Like I want it to where if you don't have a target and you click auto attack, you should still swing once, and that's for like it's going to be for like mining and tree chop, you know, professions and stuff like that. Remember Shadow Priest fire and WoW, this fucking crazy CC without CD. Your character is just running AFK while Priest is resetting ability. Oh, like the fear? Yeah. Yeah. Now fear, I like fear because it's very flavorful. Like that's the most flavorful CC in my opinion. Like a warlock or a Shadow Priest fearing you and you running around like a maniac. Like that's really flavorful. But yeah, you lose complete control of your character. So yeah, I don't know how that form will take in my game, if I have fear or not, or what the, you know, what the alternative is, or how to handle that. Okay, so I think I need to switch weapons and then pause really fast before the... I should have another one. Yeah, another one. Oh, I need that fucking soundbite too. Another one. I need a whole row of DJ Khaled soundbites. Okay, so... Is the auto attack is not cute anymore. He's a walking sound. He is. He's special. That's for sure. Do I still have this going? I do. That's great. That is great news. Where are my where are my active effects here? I don't see weapon delay. Uh-oh, is it already over? Oh yeah, it just got removed. I didn't even pause fast enough. Applied. Yeah, so it should exist in the list here. Or is this the last frame list? Such abilities make games more colorful, but chains endless abilities ruin it. Yeah, yeah. The only handling that is personal resistance to such controls. Like, you get a buff that each next CC of diminishing returns. You mean? Yeah. That's just not the counterplay that I'm looking for. That's a good way to keep it in check from getting out of control. Maybe you can like fight it. Maybe that's the... Yeah, okay, here we go. Here's the idea for counterplay to a fear, okay? Here's the idea. If you get feared, you can fight it, and you can fight against it, but it's going to be going in random directions all the time. It'll be like when Mario Party messes up your fucking controls or something, right? Like in Mario Party, someone hits you with like the inverse controls, something like that. And maybe you have to like spam the spacebar. And the more you spam the spacebar, the faster you spam it, the more control you have over it. So it's like you're like fighting the demon in your head, you know? I think that feels kind of good, actually. I don't know. I kind of like that idea. I'm kind of, you know, you get feared and it's like someone is like, you know, someone injected some madness into your brain and you're trying to fight it. So you're like spamming. I don't know. I feel like that's actually kind of cool. That's actually kind of visceral right there. Might have to look at Mario Party for more gameplay mechanics. Warlock is number one PvP because they dot, fear, and run. Hence why I played Warlock in Classic WoW. I love the decay, you know, dot and decay kind of play style. That's good. One option. You're fighting fear takes stamina, so player can choose if he wants to fight it or not. Yeah, yeah. Could be something like that. There's my weapon change delay. It was delayed for 0.88 seconds. And then took 2 frames to remove the tag. Found myself gravitating towards destruction for PvP. Once I was like, I remember we did BGs once I was Nax geared in vanilla, like with my guild. And yeah, I was just throwing Shadow Bolt haymakers, man. Like, my crits were fucking off the charts. And then you hit him with the Shadow Burn too. I ran SM Ruin. God, I just fucking nuke people. Yeah, so weapon change delay. So I didn't get to see it. We're gonna have to run that back. And the two-hander should have a longer weapon change delay. Actually, let's we're gonna go slow-mo here. So we should have spawned the new one. C4, yeah. So we should be here. And then what actually blocks it from attacking? I think the ability just doesn't execute, right? I guess I would need to look at the... You are blocked by weapon change delay. So let me look at the... Yeah, so the toggle auto attack ability does not handle this. So if melee is blocked... The thing is, I want to queue it up. And I always want you to be able to swing once. And then we tick. So I should really be like trying to reactivate it if I haven't swung one. That's really what I should be doing here. I may just take a to-do on that. To do weapon change delay does not allow auto attack to swing once. Or I'll just say weapon change delay blocks melee attack. Swinging once. We may just need to check if it's allowed to start. What is this? Yeah, if we're not like locomoting and we're not in some other mode. I mean, I really should just put all these tags on the ability and then check the can activate ability function. I think that'd be a better move there. Because then that would hit true. I think that would hit true. We would start auto attack. We would start auto attack, but then it wouldn't trigger melee. And then it would just cancel the fucking attacks. Then don't I have like a tag listener or something on here for when the... Wait until next tick. No, I guess we just tick. We just tick on... Auto attack ticks. Yeah. Then I think it cancels itself, right? Oh yeah, because the should continue. Like if you don't have a target, it turns off, which is what happens here, basically. We have to cancel the ranged auto attack if we're in minimum range. Yeah. Okay. So I do need some way to check. Like, it has one happened yet, I suppose, because this is not going to trigger it. Although it's not going to end the ability, so it's going to keep checking. I think that'll be fine, actually. Let me see this. Let me just put, we'll test this out. I think I want to change this anyway. We should test this out with weapon change delay as well. We pop that in there. Does this work? The toggle auto attack is not turned off, but I'm also not, not activating it. Dude, I fucking hate debugging blueprints. Fucking hate it. Okay, what are my active abilities? Just toggle auto attack. So I guess the main hand. Okay, so we never tried. We never tried. So yeah, we just hit false here. Okay, but just kind of blueprint debugger tool, kind of nice, just tedious to open and search through. Yeah, I more so just mean like that is helpful, like seeing the stack trace and stuff, but like you can't see certain variables, like you can't put a breakpoint on a const function, like you have to have like the right object selected sometimes. And there have been things where I put a blueprint breakpoint on it, and then it kicks me off over to writer in C++. I think it's mostly with like UI stuff. So it's just like all the tools surrounding it just kind of like, it makes me question it. Like I don't have confidence in it, in what it's showing me. Yeah, is auto attack allowed to start? I feel like I want this to just go straight to tickable. Oh, but it just ends. And see, like I had a breakpoint. Where's my auto attack? I had a breakpoint here on tick. Did I not have the right one selected, or did we not hit it? I don't know. See, like I'm not hitting the breakpoint because I have to have the right one selected, I think. But I can't really have the right one selected because it spawns a new one. So that's kind of lame. Let me, I mean, I am active. I should be hitting these. I like that one. That one's good. I like that. But yeah, I mean, I'm 100% hitting that, so it's just like I can't even fucking tell what's happening. Okay, so is auto attack allowed to start? Would be false. We would hit is tickable, which would mean we're hitting false here. And the only thing we're trying to end is the range. I feel like I should still be ticking. Should auto attack continue? Maybe we get here. It should continue if my target is valid. Oh, yeah, I don't have a target, so I just hit this right here. Shit, okay. Yeah, I think I need like a special... I need some special logic here, then. I can't just set it to tickable. Should I have a delay until next tick loop? But what if you spam it a bunch? What if you spam auto tag, like turn off on, off on, off on? If you turn it off, we should hit that. We should be toggling it off, right? Because it would hit this and cancel. Which should stop all of the auto tags. And I think this is instanced per actor. Only one of them should happen. Yeah, it is instanced per actor. So yeah. I'll do the delay next tick loop. I'm also always down to do the dirty. Wait, what is the dirty in this section, in this instance? I would think the delay until next tick loop would be the dirty part. Because I'm thinking like, I just do this, delay until next tick, and then feed it back in here. This would be this feels dirty. I hate delay, yeah. But this logic is so much simpler than having to come in here and be like, yeah, have I activated once, true or false, you know? That worked. Let's make sure I don't have like lingering abilities now though. Yeah, they're all gone. Cool. Okay, so let's do the spammy test. Look at that. I think he did one more than I would have liked there. I mean, that's not bad though, right? It's the feint. The feint meta. I'm gonna get all up in your face. Oh, you don't swing. That one only hit once. The feint meta. I do have a point of no return though. Or I should at least. Yeah, like I think it's like once it gets close to damage or within a certain percent of damage, I don't allow you to cancel it. And the next auto attack or the next melee attack gets queued up, so you can't like finesse it to where you cancel it right after damage goes through and get another one in there real fast. Because I don't want, like, in Classic WoW, there's like some shit which gives it a lot of flavor, like a lot of quirks and stuff, but I think ultimately leads to bad gameplay. One of them is Heroic Strike queuing on a warrior. Heroic Strike is an ability that executes on your next main hand swing, but apparently when you have it toggled, it gives you extra hit chance. because of some talents or something like that. And so what you do is you queue up a heroic strike, but then cancel it before your next main hand attack, and that gives your offhand attack extra hit chance, which offhand attacks by default have a higher miss chance. So it's like this really like annoying gameplay where you have to queue up and cancel heroic strike all the time. A lot more work to add bind twos and all that noise. Yeah, all the delegates and stuff. When a simple little delay loop gets the job done in a controlled scenario. Yeah. So we do lock player in a certain time frame to keep them from attack, cancel, cheese. Yeah. I found that cheese when we play the game with attack cancel until design fixed it. Yeah, which like you have to balance around that then too, which is not something you should want to do. Boo, 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 doo, boo. Boo, da, da, doo, doo. I mean, that works pretty good for now, I think. I think I'm going to change my to-do. Always swing at least once. Although I think maybe what I need to do is delay loop. Go to auto attack, continue. I don't know. This is fine for now. A to-do. Instead, just check if ability can activate. Oh, come on. Let me do my little my little debug comment pointers. We'll debug era. There we go. Yeah, that. What I've been exploring is letting the melee attacks happen, but checking distance at the time of damage to see if they're still in range. So I miss it isn't dice roll, it's moving out of range in time. We'll see if it sticks. I think I have that too. I forget if I changed that or not. Like I do check range on melee attacks, but I think I do it. I don't explicitly do it when damage happens because it led to basically melee not being able to move at all. Also with, because I also check rotation, I check if you're facing the target too. Which I thought could be misses as well. I thought the same thing as you, but it just, when I was playing with it, it felt really bad. Maybe just because I'm used to WoW where it doesn't work that way, but it felt really weird to me. And it felt like as a melee, I couldn't move very much, you know? It felt like I had to stay right on top of them. And I couldn't, like, you know, dance around and kite a little bit, you know, do the melee kite and stuff like that. We're checking anim collision, but we are client only, so it's a viable solution. Would never work in multiplayer IMO. I mean, something like Diablo does that too, right? Diablo has some multiplayer. Although, I guess they have PvP, right? But I guess, I mean, checking skeletal mesh collision is a little bit different than checking a, you know, little box trace or something, you know? Diablo PvP is who can hit who first. Yeah, I never did the PvP in Diablo, so I have no idea. But yeah, the whole thing you were saying yesterday about the screen clearing abilities, I feel the same way. Like, I want that to be kind of like trickled in, right? Like, I might have some mobs that are like have a little bit less health and deal a little bit less damage, but they travel in packs, you know? So you can kind of have some moments of like needing to do AoE. And I kind of do more so like, not obviously I'm not gonna have you clear an entire screen of enemies, but you know, a little bit different to let you have that little bit of power fantasy every once in a while. They bailed on competitive multiplayer and held competitive arena, but it never came to fruition in how they claimed it would. Pre-release hype at D3 and D4 is claiming competitive arena. I remember that. Never came to fruition. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. And then you could get the ears, right? In Diablo 2. You could get people's ears. That ability doesn't work anymore. Oh, and I don't have offhand attacks right now either. So I need to fix some of my abilities, I guess, now. Wait, why? Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. What happened here? What happened here? I thought we fixed this. I thought we fixed this. Wait, the mace. I'm not even holding the mace. No fucking wonder. How did we pass in the fucking mace? Oh, this is an old ability that never got cleaned up. Interesting. That was in the queue or something. Well, now we're just stuck here. Oh, that's him. Those are his abilities. That's feeling good though. I like that. If I get some abilities working in there too, I need to get him off my fucking nuts. He's standing way too close in combat. But yeah, that's gonna feel pretty good. That's gonna feel pretty good. Small 20 computer demo, very often a corner, but the line was always empty. And that's so sad, man. That's so sad. I hate that shit, man. Where it's like, I don't know. It's like when no one shows up to a kid's birthday party. You know, like it's so sad. It's like you do all this to set it up, and it's gonna be so cool, and then no one, or like an author going to a book signing, and no one fucking. Oh, it's so sad, man. Brutal comparison, but also true. It's the same thing. You know, obviously the kid birthday party is the drastic example, but like, yeah, it's like, it's sad. I hate seeing that, man. I hate seeing that. You go all out, you know, you make a whole event or something and then fucking no one cares. Oh, my heart. My achy breaky heart. So yeah, why don't... Oh, those guys don't have the same bones. That's fucking why. They're not attached. But then why isn't that emotional, damn it? Yeah, exactly. So he's not getting anims. Oh, I didn't populate them in the table. That's why. It's always the dater. Always. Oh yeah, I did. I fucking did. They're in here. What the fuck? Oh, he doesn't have the data. He doesn't have the... Yeah, he should have gameplay animation data. Okay, what the fuck is happening then, huh? Time to debug that again. When I spawn, wanna... I guess it doesn't... I need someone who attacks back, so not you. There we go. Those swings are feeling nice, though. Those are feeling so much more responsive than what I had. I'm so happy I have those. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's all coming together.
It's all coming together. Okay, get animation. Get animation. Get racial animations. Developing a game or creating a mod? I am developing my own game. It's empty. Oh, yeah, I need to set them on the... Okay, yeah. I forgot I have these archetypes. Animation rations. I did not have animation relations with that character. You're doing much world building. Like, you know what races and nations you want. Factions will probably be pretty dynamic, but may have some, like, base ones in there, you know? Obviously, I want dwarves to act differently than orcs. But yeah, I think the next race... I'm probably not going to have multiple races at first. I'm just going to stick with the human male and female, because that is already proving to be a lot of money. My bank account is crying right now. You know, even though I have my modeler using, you know, morph targets or blend shapes or 3D layers, whatever your 3D software calls them, he's using those, and the vertex IDs are the same on all of the meshes, so that he can kind of create one piece of gear, and it kind of works for all the races without having to, you know, entirely duplicate the work. So we're doing that, but it's still, you know, you have to UV it, you have to rig it, you know, for each piece of gear. You know, you have to make sure there's so much fucking work, man. So much fucking work. So I think I'm gonna have to rely on a lot of like texture reuse. That's gonna be my best bang for my buck. Or not texture reuse, but like different textures. And like one thing I was looking at, Odd, you might find this interesting. But like Wowhead mail armor or something. And I know... Wowhead, please. I'm trying to show the people something. Okay. Hey there. No thank you for whatever that is. Classic WoW. Okay, dressing room. Sure. Take me to the dressing room. Give me the loose chain something. Yes, loose chain vest. So can I like go to that now, please? Go to the... Dude, Wowhead, oh my god, you are a terrible website. Okay, same model as. So you can see all the ways that they reuse the model, and you can see like there's one model that has like kind of shoulder pieces on it, and there's like the other ones are just different colored. So I was, and I know that this list isn't exhaustive because I've checked some other items that I happen to know, you know, how often they were used. So there's more. But yeah, you can see like one mesh, 13 pieces of gear. Some of these are the exact same. Right, like these don't need to be different. All these are different names. Well, I guess the armor is different. Oh, the item level is different. Oh my god, that's so funny. These have the same item level. 4 different armor. Oh, this one sells for a lot more too. Holy shit. Fucking. This one's the same. 67 armor. Sell price is 15 copper. 67 armor. Sell price is 14. Okay, so this is BIS. This is BIS item level 5. Ooh, item level 7. Slightly more durability. Requires level 2 though. I think the heavy lifting is mostly helm, shoulders, and weapons. The rest of the gear is mostly just textures, I think. Yeah. BIS white armor, yeah. Dude, there's something so cozy about, like, it's so humble and cozy about the early game WoW. You know what I mean? Where it's like you get a piece of gear where it's like +2 strength. And I don't know, I feel that so much fucking more than when I get a fucking Dragon Slayer headpiece or gauntlets of the God Slayer or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I feel equipping that piece is so much fucking better for some reason. And that's why I like the roguelite, where you can replay, you know, the starter content. And that's why I like hardcore as well. Like, you get to replay, like, in my opinion, the best part of the game, which is like, because like we all like, the reason we like WoW is the progression of it, right? Some people like in-game progression. Some people like the leveling progression. To me, the leveling progression is like, that's the purest form of progression to me. Of character progression, because you're starting from literally 0. You're like getting cool pieces of gear. You're going to new places all of the time, and you're getting new abilities. You're getting new talents, and so that is like the juiciest content right there, because there's so many avenues of progression. Leveling professions, you know, so many avenues of progression. Whereas like in game, you're not getting new levels. You're not really going to new places. You're not getting new abilities or talents, you know. You're only getting new gear. And that's it. And it's like that gear costs money to fucking make, man. Costs money to fucking make that. But yeah, I'm gonna have to rely heavily. Once I get like a few base sets, you know, try to come up with like 20 different for the same model or something. The only thing I hate, same icon. All right, I do understand different meshes, but guys, what about icons? Yeah, but you also, I mean, they do that sometimes for sure, right? They do swap the icon. For sure. But it's like, I don't know. I could see that going both ways. Like, I get it in terms of like uniqueness and differentiating the armor between 2 different types, even though they might look the same. But like, I think you do want the icon to be at least somewhat representative of the armor that it portrays, right? Maybe they could have just done a better job with maybe they could have done some like icons where you could procedurally color them. Can you do that in Unreal Engine? Procedurally color an icon? I guess you might need a material for that. Something to think about. But yeah, this guy needs... What does this guy need? I do want to see the difference without hovering them. Yeah, that's why I say I can see it going both ways for sure. And I think with like the way that they have it set up, like even though those white pieces of gear were like the same level, I happen to know like the Frost main vest, that's like the dwarf. That's like you get that from like a dwarf starter zone quest. So I think they tried to make it at least to where if you got one of those items of the same icon, you're probably not going to get one of the other ones because those are from different zones or something. Yeah, like Warcraft 3 units had textures, but there was a masked portion. So you could color each player's units. Yeah. I've seen one man made such thing. He made mesh-like scene where there is background and mesh appears and... Oh, he made an icon out of the mesh? Oh, I think I have something like that too. But I mean like an actual image, like I would want a pre-made image, right? Seems bizarre. Yeah, I can do that too. There's a little plugin for it. And I've done that. Like this one. Look at that fucking text. Look at that fucking icon. That fucking high quality quadruple A icon here. Nanite is enabled but cannot render. That's fucking funny. But yeah, I have a little plugin that can like take a picture of a mesh. So I think I know what you're talking about. Did you use Pocket Worlds? Will you wear wigs? What do you mean on? I don't know what you mean by Pocket Worlds. You can color each player's units. I don't think. Well, that I specifically mean on like a UI image, which I know you can put materials in UI. So I think you need to combine a texture with a material to display in the UI. That's a plugin from Epic. Do I need to know about this? This? On rail engine. Pocket Worlds is pretty cool. I don't understand what it does. What does it do? Oh, like that? Like, is that what you guys are talking about? This little floaty? Is it just like scene capture stuff? Primarily used for UI rendering, like having a dedicated space for 3D character. Oh, for like your paper doll character, like in your inventory or your character sheet or something, or a character portrait. I thought that was what scene capturing is for. Is this something different than scene capturing, or does it use scene capturing under the? Is that what it's called? Scene I think I looked into that for a second. Yeah, scene capture component. Is it the same thing? Scene capture is in your current world somewhere. Oh, okay, I see the difference. It's a virtual world, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I don't know that I would want, I mean, that's a good, like, you know, if you don't have the assets to make the icons and stuff. I think I like the 2D icons though, you know, I like the textures for the icons. Or for gear icons and stuff, I like that. We end up not using an MS2, we just have a runtime spawned room with some scripting. I love that, like, you know, thinking about how games are made, there's just, almost all games have some room somewhere where they spawn a bunch of bullshit and take a picture of it, like under the world or like in the sky or something like that. I like the no rest for the wicked icons. I've been watching a little bit of the game. Dude, the game looks fucking sick, man. The game looks fucking sick. I will need to play this at some point. It's on the wish list. I see UI, please. Show me UI. No, thank you. Oh yeah, I like that they overlap a little bit too. That's nice. Baldur's Gate does that too. Icons. Well, their spell icons are... I like it when spell icons have like consistency in the style. Like these all have this kind of neon art style with minimalistic lines, outlined neon, and then they have the brown background, which is good. But I was thinking like armor tooltip or something. Yeah, like something like this. Oh my god, I just want the image. Like, so they take the icon here, which is what would show up. That's what shows up in your inventory, right? And then they kind of like make it big and they put some alpha. There's some alpha on it and it overlaps, makes it pop a little bit. I like that. Yeah, here's another example of like when you look at the tooltip of a spell, you see how it overlaps the edges a little bit. So I like that. I like that. It's nice. You know, don't make it too egregious, right? Like this does what it needs to. Just a little bit. Not too much to make it too busy or anything like that, but makes it, you can feel it a little bit harder. Ours is in the sky. Just in case global fog takes a second to refresh because vertical gradient. Oh yeah, you were just talking about that too. Graphics and visuals in this game is hilarious, and no rest for the wicked, like the dopey looking characters. Yeah, very stylized though. It's very good. Yeah, like that. That guy looks silly for sure, but it works. They make it work though. Very, very stylized. Fancy guys with the translucent UI textures, yeah. Had a rough early access launch, performance issues from what I remember. Oh, really? I don't know if I remember that. But they do some like procedural dungeons and stuff, which I was excited to check out. They have kind of a roguelite built into it, from what I understand, which I think is cool. Does she show up in front of the UI like that, or is that like a... That might just be someone create. I think they probably created that. This guy needs gameplay animation data, which I need to just handle this differently. He just needs a race now. He just needs a race. Which I think is just going to be a T enemas byte. Where is... I'm gonna keep this in alphabetical order. Right? Am I just gonna call it? I'm gonna call it character race because that feels better than just saying race. Maybe character defaults. Well, no, because I want to be able to grab it off of information here. So we just want a E character race. Can we forward declare that? Okay. So that we will need to set up that data in proxy actor. Set up ability, set inventory, la 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 la. Inventory. I guess. Yeah, I guess we just want to set this up here. I need to get... I need a pointer to the data table. For the racial data. I also need to actually hop off. I'm way past my bedtime. Not bedtime, work time. So in game mode, I think I need a way to look up... I need a way to look up that data table. Or should I just put the... I should just put the data table on... Yeah, I should just put the data table on the archetype. What was I thinking? Also, do you guys know about this row type? Character rate. Do you guys know about this meta row type? Where you can like filter down the data table. The data tables to select from here. It's very nice. Okay, so we need the character defaults, entity data, char defaults, dot character. No, not, I need archetype. Yeah, archetype CDO. Not that. Character race. dot get row f character race data, which has the character race on it, which I add that as entity data, which is cool that you can just add an enum as entity data. Oh, it's a pointer. Okay. So if char race data ECS add get ref on e character race for entity and set that equal to char race data dot character race, and then we need to ECS add get ref for the F gameplay animation entity data for entity, and then and then set that equal to character race data animations. And then do I hit this for players? I need to think about combining some of this with the player setup as well, because it's getting closer and closer. The NPC setup and the player setup. Okay. The amount of time it takes Unreal Engine to just boot up some files. Okay, character race. You are going to be the ALS race. Oh my god, his arms. Okay, yeah, now he's attacking me. Oh, looks good. It looks good on jump, too. Oh, that's pretty sick. Hang on. Hang on! Get some more entities here. That was actually looking pretty nice. If Warcraft 3 can figure it out, I have to believe I can. Yeah. I guess you just have to, like, pare it down a lot, you know what I mean? I like how the two-handed looks really good. I need a bigger two-hander, though. This almost feels like a one-hander in his arms. Enemy needs to back the fuck up. Yeah, it's on my list. It's kind of annoying though, because like the player has a certain melee range, right? It's like 300 or something for most weapons, and that works great for the player. But for the entity, like when you have to figure out their positioning logic, like where they want to stand, you can't just say within 300, because all the player has to do is backstep at the right time and then the weapon doesn't connect, you know, which so many survival games have that problem where, like, you know, like Valheim has that problem. What was it? Like Nightingale has that problem where it's like the enemy AI is shitty because it just positions it like the attacks are too like range dependent, I guess. And you can just back up a little bit when they attack and you don't take any damage, which may be a problem that you'll encounter as well, Odd, if you go into the are they in range of the melee swing. Like if NPCs have the same exact logic, You know, what I did is I added some buffer to it. So NPCs actually have a little bit longer range than players do. And that's what I did to kind of compensate for it a little bit. Although I think I changed some things, so it's not exactly adhering to that. I think the bounds entity data, I made a change. Like every entity has a piece of entity data that defines the bounds for it. So I think whenever I made that change, I might have messed it up. But yeah, I have a meeting in 20 minutes and I have to go to work today. So I'm going to do that. Let's see who's doing stuff. Who is doing the things? We got a lot of people on. Let's raid Dawn, who's a newer Unreal Engine streamer, but she is accumulating friends across the Twitch section. So I'm gonna send you guys over there. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Odd, Adder, and the like. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And may you reach joy and happiness. Until Dawn, I said hello.